welcome back. We tried the whole New Year's resolution thing, but we've gone back to our old ways, and today we're treating ourselves.
With chocolate drops.
Yoo-hoo!
Tommy Butler from the Radisson Blu Royal Hotel in Dublin's Golden Lane joins us today, and we're making our first dessert of 2019. Good morning, Tommy. We took 3 weeks to make dessert, so that's okay. You did well.
That's all right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you've got a beautiful chocolate tart for us today.
Absolutely, I do, yes. So I'm going to go through a couple of things first. So I will speak firstly about the recipe of the pastry.
Yes.
So I've made a sweet paste here. So this is sweet pastry, so it's quite rich. It's plenty of butter in there.
Good,
so forget
good.
January.
Yeah.
So plenty of butter in there. So I've got a little bit of about 3 ounces of butter in here, 2 ounces of sugar. And then what you do is you cream them together, or you mix them slowly until the sugar and the butter have combined. You add your egg yolks. There's about 3 egg yolks. Now you add them in slowly, and then you put 7 ounces of flour in at the end. And again, you slowly work the dough slowly until you get a nice... until they combine. Then you take it out, you knead it a little bit, and then a bit of cling film into the fridge and leave it rest for an hour or two. Yeah,
and Tommy, if you wanted to cheat a little bit and buy
that'll be absolutely
some
fine
pastry
as well.
and just roll it out.
Nobody's going to criticise your cheating at home. Absolutely.
Lovely.
So
that's the pastry.
That's the pastry. So you leave the pastry to rest. So I made this earlier, and I've left it in the fridge for a while to chill. I've took it out and I've rolled it out. So when rolling it out, it's very simple. You keep your flour. So you just toss your flour like that on the bench and roll it along the actual pastry like that, and you just roll it gently along. And again, like if you get small tears in the pastry, there's no need to panic.
So you're making a wide circle then?
Absolutely, yeah. So you make a nice wide circle again. So your tart mould, again, for the tart mould itself, you butter it first, then you sugar it, and you butter it again.
Oh, yeah.
And you're guaranteed it won't stick that way as well.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You know, so you've
And you're adding flavour. And you're adding flavour.
Yeah.
And do you need to have so much sugar in it because the dark chocolate is quite bitter?
You can, yeah. I mean, it's more the fact that you're more concerned that you don't want the tart shell to stick to your pastry case, you know. So it's important in that sense. And you roughly just stick your tart case in the middle. If you had a larger one, you would do a larger one, etc. You know, like that. So you stick it into the middle, and then again a little bit more flour on, and then you grab your pastry and then just gently just roll it back like this, and then you just pop it over just like that. And again, no need to panic if it's actually broken.
Crumbling a bit, okay.
Yeah, it'll come back in gently. So just pop it into the tart shell slowly.
And you can take your time when you're doing
Absolutely,
this anyway,
there's no rush whatsoever. And again, like the longer the pastry rests, the better it will actually
the more pliable
be.
it'll be.
Absolutely, yep. So you press it in just like that. That's fine.
And over here then we've got the startings of the ganache.
The starting of the ganache is there then as well. So I'll finish making the actual tart there.
Okay.
And the actual ganache. So ganache is basically, it should be 50% cream, 50% chocolate.
Two of my favourite sauces, yeah.
And again, like a ganache is the base for any chocolate truffle. So any truffles, you get the whiskies, all those ones are all ganache based.
It's that beautiful chocolatey
And
filling.
always dark chocolate, because it's quite rich.
It can be dark, it can be milk, it can be white. It depends what type you use yourself. So again, 50-50 is usually the base. Now, this recipe, I've got 400 mils of cream in here, and I've got 300 chocolate, because I want it to be not too much set, so that when I cut through the tart, it's not rock hard. I want a bit of texture through it.
So all you've done is you heated the cream.
All I've done here, so I have a little bit of sugar here. You just pop in your sugar.
Okay.
A little bit of sea salt. Again, just that salt works well with chocolate and cream like that. And then what you do slowly then is you just literally rain in your chocolate drops as your cream is boiled. And again, you do it off the heat because, again, you don't want to overwork the chocolate as it's cooking.
So do you want me to work all that in, Chef, while I'm here?
Slowly, yeah,
so
absolutely.
you pop the chocolate in when it's off the heat?
Absolutely, yes, when it's off the heat, yes, yeah.
And Tommy, would you prefer serving these in the restaurant as mini tarts, or do you prefer making
I make mini ones, I have big ones as well. We do a chocolate and hazelnut recipe version of it, which is really nice as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see here now, we have the tart shell in, we have the pastry in the tart itself. So I just take some of the old pastry then, instead of using my fingers because they can be a bit tough on the actual pastry, and use the pastry to push the actual
that's a good tip,
pastry back into its...
Yeah, rather than get your fingers are too abrasive, you'll poke a hole in them.
Yeah, absolutely. So you use that just to push it back in to
Very
itself.
clever.
Yeah, and that's fine. And then you just roll it off.
A lot of chocolate going in there, so...
Yeah, baby. I'm just doing what I'm told, Laura. That's what the chef said, didn't you, Chef?
Absolutely. The more the merrier. Again, it's
if it says chocolate
nicely.
tart on the tin, you're going to taste the chocolate, Tommy, am I right?
So I'm going to remind us what's in the ganache there. So it's 50...
Just fresh cream, and a little bit of cream, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar.
And then into the tart shell, I just literally add a little bit of parchment paper. Just press that down.
And you're going to blind bake this first?
And then you would blind bake this then for about 8 to 10 minutes, roughly.
Okay.
At about 130, 140.
Okay, quite low.
And then, yeah, just quite low because you just want the outside to set. And then when it's cooked, you would take out the actual pastry, take out this, and then put it in again for about 10 minutes because, again, we want this to be fully cooked because, again, the recipe I'm using, this is completely finished, so I don't need to bake the chocolate anymore. As where some chocolate tarts, you would add eggs and flour and you'd have to rebake it again.
Okay.
I'm trying to make this as simple as possible so you're not spending all day cooking
That
and
makes
baking.
sense, yeah.
And, you know,
Look at this pot
I know,
of
it's gorgeous.
loveliness that's here. And we see that, boys and girls. Look at
happy
that.
days.
Look.
Not allowed to dip your finger in there.
Put some sexy music over that.
That's the most important question.
Did you say sexy music? That's Grange Hill.
Oh, it is, yeah. Oh, well, Grange Hill was sexy in its day, wasn't it? No, it wasn't.
Excellent. So that's that. So we have our tart. So that will go in. So that will be cooked. So that's that. Now, next, I made a little bit of, obviously, it's chocolate orange tart. So I haven't put a lot of orange into this. So I have a little bit of...
Let's have a look, sir.
Look at that.
And what do you have there, Tommy?
I have a little bit of orange compote here. So what I did with this was I made a little bit of sugar syrup. And a little bit of sugar, a little bit of orange. And I just boiled the sugar syrup first, just to get a little bit of flavour in there. And then what I did was I chopped up the oranges slowly, or just chopped them up into little pieces.
And is that going into the ganache?
Into the syrup. No, this is going to go separate.
Very good.
Yeah. So...
Could you put it in the ganache, Tommy?
Absolutely, yeah. You could put a little bit of Cointreau in there. You could put the chilli in there. You
Splash
could
of
put
brandy.
chilli with
anything you
chocolate,
want. Chilli and
lovely.
chocolate is nice.
now.
Bit of heat, bit of sea salt. You could add a bit of caramel sauce in there as well if you wanted to go crazy. Plenty you could do. And then just chop in the orange, and then you just literally leave it cook and leave it come down slowly so you get this lovely
syrup
finished. Yeah,
So
again, you
meanwhile,
could do
this has been in for 8 to 10 minutes at 130.
That's been in for 8 to 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
So then when that's done,
so we've got a minute left,
take
Tom.
it out, no problem. You would pour that mix in, and away you go.
And that's
Happy
it.
days. And
Okay.
of course, here's
So-
one I made earlier.
Right.
So I have one here, the finished product. So what
It's
I'm
the
gonna
way
do
he
with
finishes dishes that gets me.
So stand back.
This is flashing.
Oh, I won't burn you.
They're going to be very chefy now,
Just
chef.
gonna put a little glaze,
Oh, yeah.
just to heat it up. Now,
Okay.
there we go. Now I'm gonna plate it up here slowly. So what we have here, again, just our plate. So we're gonna go old school now when we plate it up. So just
Old
a little,
school.
a
Do you
little trick.
need to leave the pastry cups to dry?
Yes, you would
Before
leave them
you- or
cool.
to-
Yes,
sorry, to
you
cool
leave it
down
cool down,
before
yeah,
you-
absolutely. And then pour your tart in and you leave it cool at room temperature.
So you're going old school with the plate?
Old school, so going with a little cocoa powder here.
What's
Just
this?
like that.
Isn't he shocking clever?
Presentation.
And pop these two off.
Look
And there
at
you
that.
go.
Sexy.
Look at that.
It's art.
There you go. And then we just stick our tart down, just like this. And now, most importantly, a bit of orange. So I'm going to put a little bit on the tart, just like this.
It doesn't feel that decadent because it's dark chocolate. I mean, I know you put a lot of sugar in the pastry, but
No,
that's very filling at that
absolutely,
size.
Well, you could serve a little like a. You could, if you wanted to lush it up even more, you could do a chantilly cream or something with it, couldn't you?
Funny you should say that, Simon.
You haven't got one, have you?
What I made.
Hey, look at
Here's what I
that!
made earlier.
That was planned.
There you go. You see, I didn't honestly.
So
God, we
this,
didn't-
since we're
we
going
didn't
to-
rehearse that.
I know we didn't actually.
No, I didn't
That's
know
true.
you had cream.
Yeah. So literally, because this, because again it's an orange base, I've just taken a little bit of orange zest and a little bit of sugar.
Put it through
and
the
just
cream.
Put it in
Beautiful.
And
Rough and ready.
We're banging it. We've just
No
got enough time
restaurant
for us
here.
to have a big
No,
dirty
have a
mouthful.
big
Tommy,
You going first?
No, you go for it. And for full
Okay, go.
details, if you'd like to make this tart at home, you can check out our website. It's virginmediatelevision.ie/weekendam. Of course, you can call into Tommy in the Radisson Blue Royal to try everything for
Do you want
yourself.
to read that while I gorge myself?
OK, go for it. Thanks very much, Tommy. I'm
welcome.
sure it's gorgeous. Coming up, we're going to get advice on moving on and remarrying after divorce as actor Chris Pratt celebrates finding love again with his new fiancée. That's after the break.
Come here. Good boy.